What's the most too far you've ever seen a high school prank go? Back when I was in high school, there was this group of guys who always had to push the limits with their pranks. Most of the time it was harmless stuff. Filling a teacher's office with balloons, swapping classroom signs so people walked into the wrong room, or putting sticky notes all over the principal's car. But then came the prank. They somehow managed to borrow an old beat-up van from a friend's older brother. It looked sketchy to begin with, rust on the sides, tinted windows, the whole creepy van stereotype. They drove it to one of the busiest shopping centers in town on a Saturday afternoon when the place was absolutely packed. Suddenly, the back doors of the van flew open and one of the guys came tumbling out. He was completely wrapped in duct tape, arms bound, legs taped together, even tape across his mouth. He staggered out into the parking lot, screaming through the tape and hopping like he was trying to escape. Shoppers froze in absolute horror. Parents grabbed their kids. People started screaming. Some pulled out their phones to call the police. And before anyone could intervene, the van screeched to a halt. Two other guys jumped out, tackled the escapee, and dragged him back into the van. They slammed the doors shut and peeled off like a scene out of an actual crime movie. The pranksters thought it was hilarious until reality hit. Turns out, about a dozen different people had already called 911. Witnesses gave the police a full description of the van and even partial license plate numbers. Within hours, officers had tracked the van back to the owner, the older brother. From there, it didn't take long to identify exactly who had been inside. That night, cops showed up at each of their houses. Parents were furious, neighbors watched from their porches, and the pranksters had to explain that it was just a joke. The police weren't laughing. They said if any bystander had tried to intervene, like pulling a gun or crashing into the van to stop it, someone could have been seriously hurt or even killed. In the end, none of them were arrested, but they all got slapped with community service, school suspensions, and had to write official apologies. The principal called it the most idiotic prank in school history. The story spread through town for years,